Good Saturday afternoon, Raider Nation. Welcome back to Silver and Black Today, special live pregame edition. Of course, we got week 2 of the preseason coming up. The Raiders hosting the 49ers at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. We're going to get into a little bit of the game later, what we want to see as this team gets out there. Because last time, I know a lot of you were nervous about the Seahawks game. I heard a lot of negativity there. I don't think you got to be that negative, but we're going to talk about what we received. But first, we're going out live to Allegiant Stadium and bringing in some good friends here to talk with us about what is a special day out there, and that is the Raider Dad Tailgate. If you're not familiar with the Raider Dad charity, you're going to hear about it here in a second. But to do that, we're bringing in my good friend. You guys are all familiar with him, Murf, of course, from Raiders Fan Radio, and then Graphic Raider. If you're at all someone who consumes Raiders content, as a content creator, everybody knows Graphic Raider as well. So he is joining us there from the parking lot from the Raider Dad Tailgate. We're going to talk to Josh Kamenite, who founded and runs the Raider Dad charity as well. He's going to come on. But guys, tell me, give me a mood. What's it like in Tailgate in Lot H right now, getting ready for this game?
It's beautiful, Scott. Raider Nation is in full force out here. And it's nice. It's like, I feel like the family's gotten back together. It's like a family reunion when we get together, when Raider Nation gets together. It's the only preseason game this year, and it's just an incredible kickoff. It's alumni weekend. There are Raiders legends crawling around all over the place when it comes to Las Vegas and the hotels. And it's an amazing event out here today with Raider Dad. We took 59 kids are going to the game today, also including their parental figures. It's an absolutely amazing event. We cannot praise Josh Kamenite and all the wonderful folks at Raider Dad and what they do each and every year to help take these kids. This is just, and thank you for coming out and being part of this, man.
I told you, this movement is something that you don't gravitate to. There's something wrong with it. So I love what they're doing over here at Raider Dad. They're already putting something together behind the scenes so I can get more heavily involved with the project and stuff. So I love what you guys are doing. Scott, there was a little too much red out here early on for me. But, we came out, right before the game. So we're out here now. Silver and black all over the place.
So I love that. You got to love that. And Graphic, tell me about, too. I mean, listen, there's so many things that happen in Raider Nation, and of course, the nation takes care of itself. But what was it for you when you first were approached by Josh and you heard about what he was doing, Raider Dad? What was it about it that instantly made you want to be involved?
Well, I was talking to him earlier. We did a little short interview, and I told him, myself coming from an underprivileged neighborhood, a lot of my guys, including myself, couldn't afford to go to games like that. So to see kids with their families being able to go to probably the highest ticket in sports at Allegiant Stadium is beautiful. So what they're doing is incredible. This is God's work, and like I said before, I'm really, really excited to be part of what they got going on moving forward.
That's awesome, man. That says it all right there. So many kids never get a chance to go to a game. And man, I meet people all the time who come from all various backgrounds, and you talk to them and they're like, I've never been to an NFL game, or I've never been to a Major League Baseball, whatever their thing is. And the fact that somebody like Josh and Raider Dad and everybody there, including you, Graphic, and of course you and your team, Murf, helping out to raise money for this organization really means something. And I think it's for those of us who've been to a lot of games and kind of sometimes can take it for granted. Isn't that it, Murf? I mean, the fact that you get to see these kids out there, their families. I just see the pictures. I haven't been yet. Hopefully going to be there next year for this event. But you see that, and it just hits you right in the feels, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You see Raider. We say Raider Nation is family, right? It's La Familia. We say that all the time, and nothing displays that energy better to me than Raider Dad, because we're literally bringing families together and providing opportunities for kids and their families where they normally wouldn't have that opportunity. And it's not even just, to me, like looking at it as a parent. It's not even just about the kids themselves. I mean, of course, that's the main focus, but it's the whole family group. It's not just 59 kids. It's 59 kids and their families that get to go. And it's an amazing tailgate. There's food, there's drinks, there's gear. They get T-shirts, they get coloring books, they get all these amazing things. They're out here playing football in the parking lot. It's like being as a kid out here throwing a football around.
My dad's over there. This is his first game too. So it's not only just the kids, it's the parents. So 100%. That's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah. Everybody out here. Once again, Legion is a high ticket. So Thank God I do what I do. I would be.
Well, Graphic, let me ask you this, man. So, obviously know a lot of people in Raider Nation, a lot of people who got tickets, season tickets, all that stuff. A lot of people are still reluctant because, look, we know, as you mentioned, Allegiant now, it's an expensive place to go to see a Raider game. Doesn't matter who they're playing. It's going to be tough. It's going to be expensive. For those people out there who've so far just not gotten over the hump and saying, I'm going to donate my tickets to Raider Dad, talk to them a little bit. Tell them about the impact it has and that you guys see firsthand.
It's crazy. People, they always try to get me tickets on time. So now that I'm going to be accepted, rolling over the Raiders.
Yeah, right.
So I checked my DM on the way here, and I had like 6 tickets that I didn't even know that were at my disposal. So moving forward, man, I'm going to make sure that I can play my role as much as possible.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and that's the thing too. I think people out there, I get it, especially with preseason. We had Josh on a few weeks ago. That was my plea to those listening out there was listening. Hey, it's preseason game. You're not doubling or tripling or quadrupling the price of your ticket that you might sell in the regular season. In the preseason, and you know what? For a kid and their family, it doesn't matter, right? Some people are more selective, others it doesn't matter. So I think that's a big deal. But Murf, you guys have done a lot, obviously, with the One Nation Foundation and helping Raider Dad. Talk a little bit about how else you're raising money and support for Josh and this organization.
Yeah, it's getting the word out. It's getting folks like Graf. It's getting everybody that that have platforms that talk to Raider fans. It's I mentioned it's all about the Raider Nation community, and that's the people that are bringing this to you. Like, we're just vessels. We just get on microphones and talk about our favorite football team because we love them, and we love the hanging out with our friends and doing shows and getting to chat with people like you. Like we love all that stuff. But it's the listening audience. It's the people out here that are doing that, that are dedicating, and donating their hard-earned money to support foundations like Josh. And this thing is growing, and that's the thing that's really cool. Like, we've been now part of this for 3 years, and this thing gets bigger and bigger every year. The Raiders are now becoming part of it. They had the Raiders media team out here earlier. They're out here taking pictures with what's the mascot's name? Rusher. Had Rusher out here taking pictures. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of fun. It's just a great energy out here, and it's nice to see the Raiders getting behind it and supporting it. But again, it's all about the fan base. Fan base, that's what we do. That's what Raiders fans do. And so look forward to see where this thing's going to go.
It's a cool weekend too, especially for Raider Nation guys like us from Northern California. This is Raiders are nice. This
yeah.
So you see a bunch of kids out here with their parents that came out of the Bay Area and stuff like that. This one means a lot. I'm trying to be alumni specifically because of what that Raiders nice. It's good to see families out here together. Raiders Matter guys. We're cool right now.
We are. Well, I saw a guy with 408 on his Niner jersey, and I'm like, all right, hometown, different flavor football team. You picked the wrong one, but he's still cool.
Yeah, there you go. Now, let me ask you, Graphic, you got the game coming up now today. Listen, it's preseason, right? On your show, you talk about it. You talk about X's and O's. People freaked out after last week. I don't think they need to freak out just yet, but we do got to see more improvement. We got to see this offense, for example, get a rhythm. I think they got to play more, and we got to see more of Gino. We got to see more of Ashton Genty out there and that offensive line. Give me your sense for how things are going to go today as far as the development and seeing this team get a little better.
I want to run the football early. Get Genty.
Yeah.
But I want to see the ground game get wrong. I want to see some improvement in the offensive line. We know what we have to shoot. Like, Jacoby's going to get stud. Andre is going to be great for us. Tucker is killing it at camp. I'm hearing it from everybody. Tucker has a phenomenal offseason. But I want to see Genty get involved. I'm watching Dylan Loudon really coaching today as well. He had a good game against Seattle. He needs to prove that not only be a special teams guy, but get some meaningful reps early in this game to make it back into that room on this roster. So Dylan, Genty, he's here. He's here.
No, I think he's gonna get some work today. He's gonna get some work today. Yeah, it's your guy.
Ground game, really miss it like that.
Yeah, awesome, man. And sorry, we're having a little bit of trouble with Graf's audio now. I don't know if the mic went off or whatnot. We heard you, but it's been tough to overcome the background noises as the viewers are telling us. But we'll get it straightened out. And I know that we're gonna get Josh Caminite from Raider Dads coming up here.
Yeah, we've got Josh here. Yeah.
All right, so we'll and see if we can.
Come on, Josh.
Murf, see if we can fix that mic. I'm not sure what happened to it. I think it went off or got disconnected from the phone.
I think Graf's mic is off.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they can't hear us.
Can you hear that now? Check.
Now I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So for everybody hanging with us, we're doing this live from the parking lot, right? So we're gonna get some background noise. I know it's
Appreciate
tough,
you, man. Thank you.
but we're doing it anyway. So all right, now bringing in the man. Once we get his earpiece in and
Put your other ear. Put your other
he'll
ear.
be on. He was just on the show a few weeks ago. So you guys are familiar with Josh, but we'll get him on here in a second once he can hear us. All right, and there's his son. See there it is.
There we go.
Raider Dad being a dad. I love it. And we bring on now. That's right. We bring on Josh Caminite now from Vegas Raider Dad. And Josh, let me first say congratulations. I know events like this, even when you have a lot of help, it's a lot of work leading up to it. And today's the day that culminates with the big tailgate. Tell me how it's going, how you're feeling so far.
It was a really good turnout. A lot of fans came out to support this. Just to give everyone an idea, 9 kids got into today's game. That's basically complimentary. Outside of just doing transportation, it's just phenomenal to see so many people come behind this mission and help other people that may not otherwise have this opportunity experience what a lot of us fans do on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's the key, and that's what we always talk about. When we had you on a few weeks ago, Josh, we went through the origin of how you started this and what you're doing. And really, the thing about it is you've had so much support, but there can be so much more. Raider Nation is amazing in supporting their own. But when we talk about getting kids and families, Murf made that point earlier that a lot of these people, remember, it's not just the kids for going for the first time, it's the families, and they're just wanting to do it. And their stories vary like the stars of the sky. They come from all different kinds of backgrounds, but going to an NFL game is expensive. For those people out there who want to help you, maybe they're not ticket holders, so they can't get you tickets, but if they want to support you, what's the best way to do it? How can they get involved and help make sure we get kids to the games?
It's just really reaching out and coming together with us. There's so many different ways. It's not just ticket donations. It's not just writing a check. You have a business. You can come be a part of the experience. And that's what we tell everybody. Like, we don't want people just writing checks. We want you to come out here, see the impact. You're going to want to be a part of this. You're going to come up with better ways of building the experience. Like, we don't got this all figured out. We have a pretty good setup so far, but we haven't even really touched the surface with everybody.
Where do they find you?
Vegas Raider Dad.org, or you can reach out to us on social media at Vegas Raider Dad. Social media, you can message us there. I just want everyone to understand this is majority fans coming together to do this. Like, it's not just me, and we don't have all these people like the One Nation Foundation lining up and writing checks and saying, hey, do what you do. There's just we're just really getting started here at Allegiant. It's been a few years,
and it's growing. Like, every year, that's what we were just talking about with Graf. It's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah.
We had the Raiders out here, the mascot video. That was pretty cool. And, like, a lot of people know what's going on. It's not walking by and saying, "Oh, what's this?"
Right.
They got the idea. They're seeing it sometimes on a weekly basis out here.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why, and we have up on the screen too for everybody watching, we have a QR code there, as well as the VegasRaiderDad.org website where you can go and learn more. And that's the thing, Josh, it's such a great thing that you and everyone involved are doing. And I think a lot of times people see that and they assume, like you said, you just started this. It's a grassroots project. It's not like you have a board of 25 people on this charity and you got all these corporate massive sponsorship behind you. Now, eventually, it would be great if it got there, right? Because then you could get a lot more kids and families to the game. But, you know, it all starts with the first step, and you took that first step and you continue to take it. And I think that people need to jump on board and do this because it really is such a great opportunity. Tell us a little bit about some of the families there today and where they come from and sort of the reaction you've seen from them as they get ready to head inside to see the Raiders take on the 49ers.
Sure. I mean, I just seen a lot of fans being appreciative for this opportunity. You know, like I think it would be something years down the road that stay with these families in some way. I don't want to put out too much information on these families, but there's some families that lost a dad recently. There's a little girl battling cancer. A whole family, and there's just a lot of people that need a break, and it's allowing them to step outside for 3 hours. And you know, we're not saving the world by any means, but we're allowing people to break free.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anyone says. This is the only way to create Raiders fans. We can start winning, but they're going to need help getting.
You need this guy to be a Raider fan in 20 years.
You know? So, you're going to
Yeah.
need missions like Raider Dad and other organizations.
Yeah, and it's again, I think a lot of people get into I've seen a lot of people call in our show and talk to us about the cost of going to a game, right? For them being prohibitive, and I totally get that, right?
Right.
Even if they don't have a family, it's just them, it's expensive. So imagine now you have kids and you're bringing them up, right? You're bringing them up to be Raiders fans, and it's hard to get there as well. But man, I tell you what, it's amazing what you do. And yeah, you know, we don't want to violate any privacy rights, but I think people want to understand, you know, where these people are coming from, and they do. They walk from all kinds of lives. They have all different challenges, and some of them just, you know, hey, it's just expensive to go to the game, and so I'm glad that you're able to get them out there. Now, when you talk about today and the 9 families you have there as well. How's support been from the Raider organization? How have things been? I know they did a story up on you on the website. They've seemed to be really getting behind you and helping you as much as they can as well.
Yeah, I think the Raiders understand, you know, it's not just the Raiders developing Raider fans. Whether it's other organizations in Las Vegas that are Raider related, sports related, but they understand, like, that's our mission. Like, I mean, I've had several conversations today, and a lot of people are like, "You're always doing something at training camp." Like, I'm not just sitting around. I'm building the next experience.
No.
Everybody here is helping create that opportunity for everybody, and it doesn't really stop. We're getting hundreds and hundreds of kids in right now, and I don't think Raider Nation's fully developed in Las Vegas. We're going to have to start winning.
Yeah.
But we're happy to help the Raiders with that. They had Raider Rusher was out here.
Yeah.
There's going to be some great photos and videos from that.
Yeah.
It's great to have the Raiders. I don't know. Maybe they're going to other tailgate lots, but have them come out.
No, they're not. They're coming here.
Like
They're coming here.
Stepping stone for the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's great because I mean, listen, there's a lot of good things going on too, but clearly getting kids involved, and that's true. Listen, do it for the right reasons, which is what you do and everybody else involved does here, Josh, is making sure we get the kids and families out there. But at the same time, it's a marketing thing. I mean, Murf just touched on it, right? You touched on it. You need to get people in the Vegas Valley to be and develop Raider fans. You need young kids and families to get behind because they all came from somewhere else. I know, I lived there twice. I came from place twice, so I get it. But that's great, and I think that, you know, again, I know you're not out to do this, Josh, for personal praise or any of that stuff. But your idea and what you've enabled here, you should be very proud of because you're helping those people. And it's hard because when you're in the middle of it and you're doing it, pats on the back don't come very often. But when they do come, I know it's hard to take them, but you should because it's amazing stuff. And whatever we can do, of course, you know, we're going to support it. But man, thanks so much. And we'll continue to keep in touch with you. And obviously and we have, you know, Murf's on our post-game show. So we're talking about it every week. And we'll make sure we do that. We put up the QR code there so people can scan and get to your website and help out there. And we'll continue to do that. But listen, I'll let you get back to hobnobbing and taking care of people, I should say. Making sure making sure they're all doing well out
Murf's
there.
the real celebrity here.
Shit.
So,
I mean, shoot.
I just wish
Well, that's
they got me a bit better chair for this, you know?
Yeah, well,
Right.
Graf asked earlier what the mascot's name was, and I said, "You're sitting next to him. It's Murf. He's the mascot." No, just kidding, my man.
No, I
All right, Josh,
appreciate
listen.
everything.
Thank you. Appreciate
Listen,
you, man. You're the best.
congratulations on another great event, Josh, and I can't wait to see what's in the future, and I can't wait to help you with it as well.
We appreciate all you guys, putting this on all your platforms.
100%. Always.
Of course, man.
Always.
Anything we could do. If we could do more, absolutely would. All right, man. Thank you so much. All right, so there we go. There's Josh Caminite from Vegas, Raider Dad. Just a great charity. For those of you watching out there or listening, if you're listening after the fact, remember it's vegasraiderdad.org. I'm going to put that up on the screen here so you can get the website. We got 2 QR codes up there so you can check it out and make sure to get connected with them. All right. We roll on here and back without need for introduction with Swag Jeff.
Everybody get up his
Swag
like
Jeff joins from Raiders Fan Radio as well. So we got 2 of the 3 knuckleheads coming in. So and we'll get to Michelle later, which I got to apologize to Michelle because I was plugging the show. I didn't know she was there until I saw a picture this morning.
Yeah.
So,
and her daughter Libby is our cameraman right now.
Oh, nice, Libby! Thank you so much for making this happen. We do appreciate that very
do
much.
a cameo there, Libby.
Yeah,
Put
yeah,
the
Libby,
camera on you real quick.
There we go, Libby. All right. Yes. I think we should put the not to sound like a creepy old man, but we might want to put the camera on Libby because she's a lot better to look at than you.
He said we went up.
We'll wait on that one. But all right, and shout out to Jeff for wearing his Ramones inspired Raiders shirt.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good stuff. All right, guys. So listen. How has you flew out there, whirlwind weekend, as you guys always do when you go in for a Raider game. But tell me so far, the event there, the tailgate, Murf told us about it. Jeff, how you feel being out there and seeing these families, seeing what's going on?
Man, being boots on the ground, man, and seeing this stuff live in action, man, it's absolutely incredible, Scott. To see what Josh has done with Raider Dad. This is the 3rd or 4th time that we've been out here at Raiders Fan Radio and One Nation Foundation. And to see this grow the way that it has, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, it was a record turnout. We had, of course, Raider Dad out here, and he's got some amazing sponsors. He got Pepsi out here, and Buffalo Wild Wings, Raising Cane's, Silver and Black Sports Collectibles out here.
Jay's Gourmet.
Jay's Gourmet.
Nice.
Just the folks that are coming in and stepping in and helping Raider Dad. It's absolutely incredible. For the One Nation Foundation to be just a small part of that, it's just absolutely, we're literally honored to be on this banner right here behind us with Raider Dad. Because Raider Dad's going to outgrow the One Nation Foundation.
It better.
And it should. It should, absolutely. Because it's just his mission. I mean, like you guys said, we've said it 100 times, 59 families, Scott. I mean, that's unbelievable, man. Like, for folks that, all of us have stories of, going to sporting events with our, moms or our dads or anything like that. That's, a lot of that, that's our bonds that we have. I didn't grow up a Raider fan. I became a Raider fan back in 2019. Like, I had the Nashville Predators, and that was my dad's story, my dad and I's story. We built our relationship through that. And so to see Josh bring almost 60 families into Allegiant Stadium here in just 4 moments, it's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it is, and all the credit due to everybody involved. And again, it's Raider Nation. It's the community coming together. Because yes, Josh had this great idea, and he continues to execute it and find people to help him with it. But it's just really people. I know you shared with me last year. People just walk up to the tailgate, find out about it, and then suddenly they want to be involved. So that's why you talking about it, other people like Graf talking about it, us talking about it, is all so important for that. Now, all right, let's get to football because we only got a couple minutes left. Because I want you guys to get in and get to the game.
We want to get Michelle in here too.
Yes, get Michelle on over.
Okay, come on.
And bring her on in. Bring her on in. There we go.
We're going to talk ball.
Okay, guys.
Yes, we're going to talk a little football now. We got to bring Michelle in.
Tuck that thing in there.
Okay.
Michelle, who's now jumped full time.
Thank you, Scott. I love you.
Love you, man. All right, now Michelle jumps in, and Michelle, I noticed. Does you got the earphone? You can hear me, Michelle?
I do. I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I saw you fully embrace TikTok all of a sudden.
Yeah, listen, we're trying to, the more Raiders Fan Radio fans or listeners or friends or family that we get, the more the One Nation Foundation benefits. So we're just, you got to hit all the social media things if you're going to grow your following. So, and if we're growing the following, we're growing the foundation. So.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Now, okay, let's talk a little bit about football. Going into this game, of course, a lot of people freaking out. You guys talked about it on Wednesday on your show. People just going nuts over nothing, really. But we'll skip that. But there are some things I want to see in this game. I want to get your guys' reaction to them. First of all, I want to see the first-team offense play a lot more. Ashton Genty didn't have much of a chance. The offensive line, as we know, played like dog crap last time. And so they need to get out there. If you can't find a rhythm as an offense until you get some reps in, you guys there with me? Are you looking forward to seeing maybe some more of that offense this week?
Oh, it's 1,000%. Because, that's where it happens in the preseason. Because you have to be ready by that, the beginning of the season. You want to sort of have all of your I's dotted and T's crossed. You want to make sure that everybody's feeling that cohesion. So, absolutely, that's what I want to see for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I think the offensive line is going to have a big game. Everyone has also been freaking out, Scott, about the change in center and guard between JPJ and Jordan Meredith. And, instead, I would encourage Raider fans, instead of freaking out that JPJ is not the center, let's lift up Jordan Meredith that he has stepped up and actually become the starting center. Maybe the coaching staff thought that the guard position was a greater position of need, and so that's why they sent over. But, regardless, I think the offensive line is going to have a big day. I think we're going to see a little bit more of Ashton Genty. I'd like to see a whole lot more of Dante Thornton. We saw a little bit of it in Seattle, and I'd like to see him, hit a T-point as well as Trey Tucker. I want to see those guys balling out for sure. And I want to see another big game for the defense. We saw an interception from Isaiah Palmel, and so we want to see another one of those. Something big from the secondary and all that. And more Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams, he's a rock star, man. We love that guy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, this 49ers offense, even in a preseason game, they're a good defense. They're a good defense. So this Raiders offense is going to be get a good challenge and get a good rhythm in there as well. And then you have that run-oriented offense from San Francisco. So the Raiders defense on the other side of the ball, we saw linebacking core last week struggled, very, very slow, couldn't cut off the edge there. The fact that they can come in and play a team like the 49ers who run the ball well should be good for them as well. And then how about Laki Tassi? That's the guy that we are all on top of here at Silver and Black today. That guy, man, offense, you talk about up on the line there. This guy's a beast. I can't wait to see him out there today, too.
100%, man. Yeah, that D-line, the lines are going to be absolutely – I think they're going to ball out today. I have a really good feeling. We're new official sponsors with FanDuel. So we're betting heavy on the Raiders today for a big blowout. And I think it starts on that line.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Michelle, tell me who's gonna impress in this game? Give me your kind of pick to click today. And of course, you're gonna have the starters out there, but you also got these guys fighting for a roster spot.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So I have loved Dylan Lowby. He just seems like a little not little. He's just an underdog, And so he is a Torch King. So shout out to the Torch Kings. But yeah, I'd love to see him, kind of hit something and spark it.
There you go.
Raiders fans out here. Yeah. Perfect timing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm looking. Later, I'm looking to see the ones a whole lot. But I'm also looking at Cam Miller, man. Cam Miller and Cedric Jackson. I'm looking for those guys to light it up once again, man. I'm telling you, man. AOC needs to be on notice because Cam Miller's come to play, bro.
Yes. We've been saying that all week too, Jeff. And we've now been dubbed a hater of AOC. And I just think some of the Derek Carr fans have moved over to AOC, and they're just looking for an axe to grind. So anyway, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully, all three of them play really, really well today, and that the Raiders come out there and everybody walks away from Allegiant Stadium feeling good. I know the 59 families, thanks to Raider Dad, will go into that game and walk out feeling good, as will everybody there. One Nation Foundation for Raiders Fan Radio. Michelle, Jeff, guys, I'm going to let you get to the game. You need to get inside, have some fun, get inside that air conditioning. But thank you so much for joining us. Thanks so much for what you do, and we'll talk with you guys on down the line.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, thank you, Scott. Can't thank you enough for this platform to not only lift up the One Nation Foundation, but Raider Dad as well. This has been an absolutely incredible weekend. We can't wait to get into the game. watch the Raiders whip some Niner ass, if I can say that. But yeah, no, I'm fired up, man. This is going to be a lot of fun, and Scott, man, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, have a great time. Michelle, Swag Jeff, and of course Murf from Raiders Fan Radio. Oh yeah, get some kids in there. All right.
Get in there.
Just jump in front of the camera here. Jump. Yeah, get right there.
Am I
Look at the camera. Look at the
a
camera.
young guy? Oh, look at this. This is awesome. Check this out. Let me put this full screen.
Yeah.
Look at that. All guys going to the game today.
Yeah.
Kids, have a great time. Tell them I said awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. Yeah. Thanks, Scott.
Absolutely. Thanks, Scott.
All right, guys.
See you, buddy.
Take care now.
All right.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
There you go. There they are. The folks from One Nation Foundation, of course. Jeff, Swag Jeff, Murf, and Michelle from Raiders Fan Radio. We appreciate them being with us. Thanks for being patient with the noise out there. They had the little microphones on a phone. They didn't have equipment with them this time, so they were doing it on the fly. We thank them for doing that. I just wanted to make sure that you guys out there saw what's going on the ground when it comes to Vegas Raider Dad and, of course, the Raiders. And we talked about it, right? We talked a little bit about the end of the football, and I see a lot of folks in the chat. Shout out to Martin, my man in the UK there, saying hello, and I appreciate it very much as well. But listen, first team offense, I want to see them come out. I don't want a slow start this time. This game coming up here in 30 minutes at Allegiant Stadium, I want to see the Raiders come out with develop some rhythm. It takes time to do that. You can't just do it when you go out for a couple series. That's why I think you'll see play more time from the starters today. Also, last week, the Raiders allowed 170 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Yes, not all the starters were always in, but they were for a while. Raiders defense needs to pick up. We had talked a lot about the offense last week because of the offensive line, because of the quarterback play, because of Genti unable to kind of get some steam rolling. But when it comes to the defense, you got to do that. You're allowed 5.3 yards per carry. And this is a good 49ers team all the way through from a good running team, I should say. You look at that. Pete Carroll talked about how bad they tackled. They hadn't really done a lot of tackling in practice. So we need to make sure we see the Raiders do more of that. You got to see Max Crosby. All those guys got to just do better. That's it. They know it. So we'll see how that goes as well. Second and third string players, you got to see what they're doing too. That's the only, to me, the fun of the preseason. Yes, you want to see your starters get out there, develop that sense of urgency and rhythm and get on the same page as one another, but you also want to see who's going to make this roster. And I think we're going to see some more of that today. There's some questions with that young receiving core. As we talked about, Trey Tucker seems to have cemented himself, as Mo and I talked about on Thursday. So we'll see that. And then you talk about some of those unheralded players. I mentioned Laki Tassi, the former rugby player from Australia, 6'6", 373 pounds. Watch him today. Cedric Jackson. He was awesome against the 49ers. Remember, 4 catches, 76 yards, and that touchdown, 4.340. So that speed makes him one of those guys who you really want to see do well. Most likely going to get a special teams role, but if he does it well and continues to do that, then that makes things do well for the Raiders. And also, Kai Blue Kelly, right? Cornerback, 3 interceptions in 1 practice last week. I know it's practice, but if he continues to come on here, then he could earn that roster spot quickly for the Raiders in that secondary. They need help back there, as you all know, and we will see what happens there. Now, let's look at the chat. What do you guys have going? Main things is I want to see Jeremiah Rose. Shout out on YouTube. Main things I want to see is pass D and tackling. Absolutely. Tamar G says, salute to the nation. Thank you, Tamar. Kel says, I'm going to be irritated if we keep Bach over 53 over Malott. Yeah, got it. Sorry. Couldn't see for a second. Let him develop, more likely to get back and PS back on Tommy Malott. Okay, so there you go. It's all good. Some of the best things aren't planned from DJ. Great chat there on all the different channels. So thank you guys for being with us here on Silver and Black today. A little special pregame edition, a little more manic than usual because we're coming live. We're doing it from the parking lot, all that kind of stuff. So we appreciate you guys being with it. We're going to let you get to your pregame festivities. Get ready for the game coming up here at the top of the hour. The 49ers in Las Vegas to face the Raiders on Vegas Raider Dad Tailgate Day. So don't forget it. Yes, Jeremiah, Bo's nephew, we talked about it on the show on Thursday. So check out Thursday's show when you get a chance. But again, appreciate you guys being with us. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching us, whatever channel you're watching us, YouTube, Rumble, X, wherever it is, do me a favor, hit subscribe, hit that notifications bell so you know next time we have it. And also, don't forget, subscribe to the show, the podcast, wherever you get your audio. Just look for Silver and Black today, and you can hear Mo and I coming up multiple times a week now as we get back to our season schedule. But we will be back coming up this week. For the folks out at the Raider Dad Tailgate, thank you to Graphic Raider, thank you to Murf, thank you to Michelle, thank you to Swag Jeff, and thank you to Josh Kamenite from Vegas Raider Dad. Make sure you go to vegasraiderdad.org. Help out any way you can. Donations, it doesn't matter how small, how large, it's all good. Let's get families and kids out to Allegiant Stadium for Raiders games so you continue to develop future generations of the nation. All right, for everybody here at Silver and Black today, for my partner Mo Moten, and for me, Scott Branson, your host, we thank you for being with us. Have a great weekend, Raider Nation. Enjoy the game, and we'll be back with you next week. Take care now.